Good evening, my friends, and hello. Welcome. How are you? I'm very excited to be back today. It's an exciting day in VFriends. This is going to be a community moment. We're going to see another community chat with Astrid, who is an artist from SkyDrip NFTs. This is just for the playback. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Appreciate that. I hope this conversation is wide-ranging, insightful, educational, and fun. If you've been in the VFriends community, you've probably come across SkyDrip NFTs. They've been sort of secretive and in development for, I want to say, 3 or 4 months. And I'm looking forward to getting answers and clarity on what's going on. I saw that they are doing some kind of sunglasses thing. They're collaborating with multiple artists. So Astrid will be here momentarily, and we'll bring her up. We'll chat it up. We'll chat it up. This is Community Chat, the show where we strive to meet every single VFriend token holder and anyone who's interested in VFriends in an intimate and detailed setting. So I'm very much looking forward to it. In fact, Astrid, the lab chick herself, has just joined the backstage. I'm going to bring her up. Let me get my headphones on so I can hear her. Hello, lab chick. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. It is definitely the waning hours, so the ebbs and flows of the day, but I feel like I have a more calm, centered energy for this moment. I'm excited. How are you?
I think I'm at that same point. I was thinking about the announcement that was supposed to happen today, and everyone is so hyped.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you get that delay. And you're like, okay, let's just take a chill pill. Let's all just relax. It's gonna happen. We'll be there tomorrow. Coming. We'll hear it.
We're all going to the same place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited to meet you. I know we're here to talk about SkyDrip NFTs. I hope that we can also talk just about you and your journey with them. I am pretty much ignorant to everything going on. I've talked to Ayush for a couple of months now that they've been building this, but I'm not actually sure what it is. So I'm hoping that you can educate me. I can totally call up a browser and share the screen, and we can step through it however you want to do this. But would you mind just like starting by introducing yourself, maybe how you found Ayush and by proxy VFriends, I imagine, and what's your role in the project?
Sure. So I'm Lab Chick. I've been in the Cord since day one. I've been through all the hype with all of you guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Amazing.
I started learning to animate. I did a bunch of Carlbot gifts for everyone. That was a lot of fun. And
cool.
It's just been really amazing to be part of this community. And as far as SkyDrip goes, it was just that time where everyone is starting to buckle down and think about collabing with each other. And that was super exciting. We're like bouncing ideas back and forth through, DMs or different Discords that are like the fan base of the VFriends, and the insiders and other things. And through all of that, we just started bouncing those ideas around and we're like, okay, yeah, let's do something. Let's do something different and interesting. It was during that part where Gary was really focusing on like, hey, you guys need to do this too. This is my blueprint. Yeah. And I want you guys to take this and go do it yourselves as well, trying to teach us to do what he's doing as well, which I know is his dream.
Yeah. Cool. Amazing. Do you know, is the whole SkyDrip front end like up? Can we take a look at it? Because all I've seen so far is a lot of like secrecy and then something about sunglasses. And I'm very excited for all the pieces to come together.
Yes. I don't think I can share the screen from my iPad here necessarily, but if you want to pull up skydripnfts.com, the website is live.
Great. Yeah, I can do that right now.
And while you're doing that, I'll just kind of give an overview.
Please.
Aish came to me with this idea that he
wanted
to create.
Am I saying his name wrong? Is it Aish?
Ayush?
Oh, Ayush. Okay.
Ayush.
I missed the vowel. And I was like, have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
I could be as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
A lot of it's been over chat and that sort of stuff. But as far as SkyDrip, it's an NFT.
NFT.com.
Yeah. NFTs.com.
NFTs.com. Okay, calling it up right now. Go ahead.
All right. He wanted to create a brand of NFTs where you could feature artists that could all come together in kind of a cohesive community. Instead of having, a couple different random NFT projects that may be a little bit related, he really wanted to put together everyone's projects into one cohesive IP so that you could build off of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So SkyDrip is not just the one project that we're about to release. It's about community. It's about, yeah, exactly. It's a platform to try to get artists out there. And what's really exciting is we're really trying to break out of just art NFTs. We want to create storyline. We want to create a universe. We want to create IP and community. We want to do things with music. We want to do things with AR. We really want to break out into the practical applications that NFTs can have in a community.
Cool. Yeah, I know that he's been very passionate about, like you said, building the community and also providing artists who don't necessarily know or have the capacity to learn all of the coding involved in NFTs and provide them with the smart contract functions, which I think is really valuable, because there's so many people who have spent years and years refining their art and they don't want to learn coding, and, more power to you. Like, I certainly don't personally. Like, I'm excited to interact with people who are passionate about that, who like that and are skilled at it. But like, I'm not learning Solidity, and I don't expect that I will. And this is so powerful for artists to have resources like this. It's very cool.
That's exactly how I felt. It's all about time, and Gary's always talking about, do what you're good at. And there's a lot of us that are, you're at that point where we're like, well, I could learn this, and I could learn this, and I could learn this, and maybe I could be okay at all three of these things. But if I really focus on one thing and I put all of my effort into learning that thing, I can get really good at that, and I can find other people that are good at those other things. Yes. And it was really empowering to me as an artist, because I typically am just an introvert. I like to doodle, and then I have a very busy job. So I don't have a whole lot of time to put into the back end of a project necessarily. I got that hustle, but you just gotta have that work-life balance. And so when he was like, yeah, we're going to take care of the website, we're going to take care of the smart contracts, we're going to collab with other artists with other skills that we can collaborate. We've got Shirley Creates, who is doing the AR for the sunglasses project.
Oh yeah, I love her. She's so really talented.
She brought it to life. I loved the project to begin with, but when she brought that AR aspect, it just really, really made it awesome. I could not have done that without that community with SkyDrip making that happen.
I love that so much of this website is animated too. Like, check this out, everybody. This is fun.
Yeah, there's some of our sunglasses right there.
And did you design the sunglasses, the illustrations?
Yes. Yep. So I did the logo and the branding so far, and then I've also designed this first project that they're releasing, which is inspired by NFT fashion. So we're really focusing on AR and fashion and bringing it into that part of the industry. And also, it seems like a lot of people are having a lot of fun putting their NFTs together, putting some sunglasses on your Dapper Dino or your Avastar, just to dress them up. And then even, Twinning is winning, you can get your tier 1, which comes with a portrait of you with the sunglasses that's all done up art style as well. We just really wanted to have a lot of fun with it. Nothing that was too serious, but just like, hey, let's get out there and let's break into something that hasn't really been done.
So I definitely want to break down these tiers. There's still a lot I don't understand, but this is very cool, because my next question was like, what is the AR function of the NFT? But if I'm hearing you correctly, you created the design here, and then Shirley Creates made each NFT into its own AR filter that you can add on top of existing NFTs that you own. Is that right?
Not
Not
exactly.
really. Okay.
So at this point, the AR is kind of a progression of the project. We're just starting off by
Mm-hmm.
providing the GIFs and the MP4s and just all of the high res files for everybody in the NFT, and then upon I believe 100% sales, or we'll have to talk to Ayush about the percentage. Once we reach a certain goal in the project, that's when those AR filters will actually be released. And we do have a prototype one on Instagram right now with, I think, our Tropical Dreams sunglasses, and it's absolutely stunning to see that Instagram filter and see you being able to wear your NFT.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So there's a lot of information on this website. Should we start with the sunglasses? Should we talk about the secret society? I feel like there's a lot of clarity about the tiers that we could probably talk through for people. Because there are 72 NFTs, or there's 72 versions of the NFT.
So there are 72 NFTs.
Got it.
12 of which are the SkyDrip originals. So in a similar manner to what Gary Vee has done, we're keeping 12 back, I believe, for either giveaways or other secret plans that Ayush
for the
has.
team. Yeah.
Right. Yep. But then 60 of them are going to be listed for sale. The different tiers have different levels of access to the SkyDrip Secret Society, which of course they're keeping all secret right now, but really it's going to be access to an amazing IP and storyline. It's going to be really fantastic to see all of that come to life.
And are you doing these portraits of people, or is that being taken on by another artist?
That is being taken on by another artist.
Awesome.
I was considering doing those ones as well, but with my current work schedule, I was like, yeah, we just need to collab this. And that's been a beautiful thing about working with SkyDrip. You can do a certain portion of it and then bring other creatives in as well. And it's been really, really rewarding that way.
Cool. So in order to access this tier 1, you just need one of these NFTs, but 9 of them are tier 1.
That's right. So 9 people will have the tier 1 redeemables and access.
Yeah. When I first read it, I thought you needed 9 of them. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a lot, but I understand now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll give
so
those notes.
Tier 2 is 21 NFTs of the 60, or I guess of the 72. No, of the 60. So the 12 that you're holding back are not within this tier structure. That's what it looks like.
That's right. Yeah, the 12 that are held back are originals. They've got a special frame to them, and we're just trying to keep those very rare and bring them out on special occasions.
Yeah, that's cool. So tier 1 is actually the most exclusive.
That's right.
Got it.
Those
6
ones
months access, customized graphic, and unlock the high-res files. And the half of them will be 3 months access, and by owning you'll be able to unlock also the high-res files. So this is really cool because you get the portrait with tier 2 and above, but with tier 1 you also get the cartoon animated version of your portrait, which I think a lot of people will really want, just for obvious reasons that, like, I don't know, animation communicates a lot more than an image for the most part.
Exactly. And that's actually been a really important part of this project, making sure that every single sunglass is animated and just really bringing them to life that way.
Yeah. Cool. Well, obviously, let's take a look at these for a second. Because my next question, I think, obviously, is what's the secret society? I understand it's a secret. Oh, here's the roadmap. Great.
Right.
I understand it's a secret, but I really want to know. Let's talk through the roadmap. So We're going to the moon. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll plant 1 tree per every 5 NFTs sold. Nice. 25% of sales, which is roughly like what, 12 NFTs. 5% of all sales will be added to the SkyDrip wallet, which will be used to support aspiring artists from the community. After
Oh, I
30
love that
sold,
part.
yeah, yeah, I'm very curious what that means, but I anticipate that's either compensating artists for their work or supporting projects initiatives that they want to nominate for the future collections.
That's exactly it. We're actually going to be buying other NFTs from other communities to try to support them and then doing a bunch
Great.
of giveaways with them as well.
Nice. So after 30 have sold, 5% of the total sales will be donated to Bush Wildlife Sanctuary Organization. Do you want to tell us about Bush Wildlife? Is that a specific location? Is that like a wide ranging sanctuary, or is that a single location? I'm not familiar.
I'm not familiar with it either. I don't know how to say her
Critica.
name.
I think it's Critica.
Critica. Okay, Critica and Aish have both chosen that one. But I'm just happy to have the trees planted and the wildlife sanctuary, just have at least part of this be, charity as well. So community, charity, you name it.
Yeah. And the other aspect is like, especially building on Ethereum, there is a significant, can't be ignored carbon footprint. And so it's nice to kind of balance out in that way.
Mm-hmm.
The SkyDrip Secret Society trailer will release after 75% of sales. And once the project is sold out, augmented reality is the next big thing in the NFT space. So at 100% sales, we will start developing the AR versions of the SkyDrip sunglasses NFTs. The token holders soon will be able to claim their exclusive AR sunglasses. Cool. Very cool.
So, and I think at that point, that'll also increase their value, after 100% sales, then, with those AR sunglasses and, being able to wear your NFT, I feel like that value is going to go up.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's interesting. I imagine some of this is still like sort of to be determined, but will that AR filter also be minted and airdropped, or will it be a private filter that only you can use, or will it be added to Instagram? What do you think? What do you imagine that will look like?
As far as what I discussed with him, it sounds like it's going to be a private link, so you can share it if you would like to, but otherwise it's exclusive to you.
Yeah, cool. I guess most platforms don't currently support the format for AR filters. I'm not sure what that's saved as. It wouldn't, right? It wouldn't be an MP4, but I'm not sure what the file format is for that.
I'm not familiar with AR tech quite as much. I know that we did upload one onto Instagram so far, which has been working really, really great. But I asked him about it, and he said it wasn't going to be an Instagram filter because he did want it to be exclusive. So it must be hosted through something else.
Cool.
But I will definitely talk to Shirley Creates about that.
Yeah, I want to go to the artist page because here you are. Oh, you're in Alaska. Nice.
Yeah, it's me.
You're maybe the first person I've met from Alaska. For obvious reasons, I've never been there. Well, I've just never been there. Yeah.
That's a long way away for most people.
Yeah, for the most part. I wanted to see, so we know Shirley Creates, huge VFriend, community member, and very generous with her time. I see her constantly, like, both in the Discord, but also on Instagram, just like helping people, sharing resources as artists and other things. I wanted to find yeah, she's great. I wanted to find the team though. I saw it here. So the Secret Society, you're not simply buying an avatar or probably a rare piece of art. You're gaining access to a secret society whose benefits and offerings will increase over time. Very, very cool. I think it was down here. Yeah, I think it's Kritika. That's all. I wanted to check that we got her name right.
Yeah.
Kritika Kapoor. Yeah. And obviously I have so many questions about the Secret Society. I mean, like there's many ways, and I'm sure it will evolve, that, sort of exclusive access to a support network, resources, like you said, portion of the sales directly supporting artists. Like, I think there's a lot of ways that can provide value, but I'm very curious. We'll have to have Ayush on this show because it sounds like some of that secret vision is largely his. I'm curious where he sees that in the short term and the long term, right? Because we've seen that the more projects are built with a long term in mind, the better they tend to be received and even in the short term perform.
Yes.
So that's interesting.
So I feel like when him and I were talking about the Secret Society and his vision for this brand, do you know how in the Marvel universe, how you have all of these different storylines that all coincide in a way that builds the IP from every storyline into one storyline that actually makes them all more valuable? That's the kind of principle that we want to employ with SkyDrip NFTs and with the IP and the storyline and all of the utility that's going to be behind that storyline in the Secret Society. So I would say that the Secret Society is where all of these things are going to come together in a really meaningful and valuable way.
Yeah, it'll be like the thread for people to be able to like play in each other's universes and like take inspiration from the sunglasses to build onto the hula hoops or whatever it might be next.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally.
I love that.
But that's the general concept. But when it actually plays out, I think you guys are going to be impressed.
Of course. So we actually are live on Twitch as well, and Ayush is in the building. I've just come back to the comments now. Droshik's in the house, onesie guy, Brian, and Ayush is here. He's updating the gallery right now. Brian wants a tier 1, and okay, Ayush said he updated the gallery. Let's go check out the work he did.
Oh, I think this is the first time this gallery has been up. This is the premiere. Oh my word!
Right, it says reviewing soon.
Gonna refresh that in a second. I think it takes a couple minutes.
Yeah, it'll take a minute. Hey, HHNFT. The website is SkyDripNFTs.com. Brian's super excited to support you guys. I love seeing that. Ayush says you can save it I think speaking about the AR filter, you can save it as an MP4, but you can also upload it onto social should you choose. But I guess you're the purveyor of that. Brian's loving the website. There's a Secret Society page too. Yeah, let's check that out while we give time for the gallery to update. Ooh, different tone here in the Secret Society. Like a haunted house. Oh, I'll read this. The storyline. SkyDrip Secret Society trailer's script. For a long time, we have been living on Earth, fighting for survival and thriving for our needs. From lighting fire from the friction of stones to launching next-generation rockets, we have come a long way. But think of that for a moment. Trillions and quadrillions of potential human and post-human beings will never taste this existence unless we ensure the continuation of our evolutionary branch. We are just a giant disaster away from the end of our species. In order to ensure the race of human survival, there is a need to save mankind from future mishappenings by shifting the existence of humans to a multi-planetary civilization. We, as the next age of humankind, are responsible for our future, so we formed a secret society to work on this secret mission. We call ourselves the Primes. We have created originals who have been studying and testing humans for a long time to find the chosen ones to join the race of survival. We have discovered a planet where life could be possible, and we call it SkyDrip. The dawn of the new era will begin from there. No government or no power will be able to stop us, and no one except the chosen ones will ever know what we're up to. The Secret Society will be the first to mark their footsteps on the newly discovered planet. The age of mankind will begin with us. I did not expect it to go there.
I didn't realize that was up and that was shared with you guys. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you guys get to see that.
That is a very bold, now I'm expecting the Secret Society to be like the first ones to go to Mars, literally.
Yeah,
that is
yeah, we're
really fun.
hyped.
When you buy a SkyDrip NFT, you are not simply buying an avatar or probably a rare piece of art. You're gaining access to a secret society whose benefits and offerings will increase over time. WTF is access to the secret society. Being a member of the secret society comes with different kinds of perks and opportunities like participation in giveaways, raffles, networking events, online live concerts, workshops, treasure hunts, coupons, and other benefits based on our future brand collaborations. SkyDrip Secret Society's concept is based on a progressive storyline that will be further developed by the members of the secret society itself. Very fun. Come up with ideas, vote on plot points, and be part of the process. We plan to develop this storyline into a fictional book, an animated series, a comic book, or maybe a movie web series with real-life characters someday. Things will unfold depending on the growth of our brand, a long-term vision, but it's possible. The very purpose of the whole idea is to expose every member to stimulating working and I think that wants to be work. Ayush, stimulating work and processing of the in real life secret society in powerful virtual settings. Get in our Discord to know more about this. A lot is being discussed regarding the potential developments, which we would love to share with you all, but it would be unfair for us to hype things that aren't locked down to 100%. What more do you want? Well, even if you do, we got you. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Wow, that's very exciting. Do you want to give us any more context on that? I mean, that's a hell of a teaser. I love the notion of space travel. I love the notion of collaborative story development. I love the fact that there's just a story involved, just simply. Like I think the story is often overlooked. So that's very exciting. But wow, I wasn't
I
expecting
think that builds the IP, right?
100%. Yeah.
I say for everyone who's listening right now, I'm gonna give you a tip.
A tip?
There are drips, symbols, drips. I mean, it is a tip. It's a hint. But there's drips, which are very secret symbols that you may find in the project. Again, This is for everyone here. And if you find these in your NFT, you may acquire certain special powers and opportunities. So you may look for that on launch.
Also, everybody keep an eye here. We've got like a godly dragon being in the world as well on what I suppose is a soon-to-be barren Earth, leaving for SkyDrip. So here's the gallery. Oh, Ayush says to refresh, but it's still coming soon. Oh, maybe. There it is.
Sweet.
So there's your NFTs and there's your price point, people. It looks like they're doing a Dutch auction from 0.4 down to 0.25 for the tier 1 at least. And are each of them unique as well? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Amazing.
Every one of them is one of one.
Love that. The tier
only
2...
difference... Oh.
No, please.
I was going to say the only difference is the 12 original are similar to a lot of them. They just have an extra frame. But those are the only ones that are similar at all. The rest of them are just completely one of ones.
Well, now I'm looking out for these drips. I haven't seen them yet. I'm not sure exactly what a drip looks like. On this is a drip. Cool. Very, very. So I see. So there's around the world. Now I'm like trying to piece together all the clues. I see different. So we've got 3 frames the same, different animations, and that's
right.
That's the pattern for all of tier 1. 3 frames, 3 animations, 3 by 3 is 9. But if you notice, the animations themselves are actually different, I believe. I think so, right? Because they're rotating. This one's rotating the other way.
Yeah, some of them have slight variations.
Yeah. And
The
then tier
drips
2.
are symbols that you may find in there.
Okay, cool. Tier 2, different type of frame. Dutch auction from 0.15 to 0.1 for the following 21. Some different animations, different frames for all the rest, until tier 3 that are at a flat rate of 0.06. Very cool. Wow. Exclusive premiere of SkyDrip NFTs here at twitch.tv/vfriends.
It really is.
This is super fun. I'm loving this. And you know, I've seen this, it's just been very hush hush the whole time. And I'm sure the project has changed a lot since I first started talking about it and they made the Instagram account and everything else. But it's really fun to see this come together. I also think there's something so wonderful about I don't know how to say this, like the symbol of sunglasses, but even just glasses in general, like they're kind of a bit of a mask. And the way that people sort of curate, in the same way we're doing with our profile pictures now, you know, they curate their external appearance. And I think that's very fun that you can like actually come in and like have your space strip sunglasses and like sort of identify with that and project that. It's somehow feels more personal than taking on an avatar, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for. I feel like there's that fun, like, okay, I'm gonna hide behind my glasses, but then also on the flip side, because you can see into the glasses, it's more like, oh, these are also perspectives into a different world.
Ayush says he wants my voice for the Secret Society trailer. That's great. You got it.
That'd be fun.
Easy peasy. Oh, boo. I lost a bid on eBay. It happens. I forgot to watch it. Oh, they got it for $8? Come on. Steal. I should have been watching.
Man.
I should have been watching. Is what it is. That's okay. This is far more important. Amazing. So where should we go next, Astrid? What else do we want to share? Like, what do you want people to know? So like, as soon as this is done, I'm going to send this to Ayush. He's going to chop it up for whatever you guys need. Because your launch is, let's talk about this. Your launch is tomorrow. Am I correct? Or is it the next day?
The 13th. No, he sent me, we're launching tier 3 on the 15th, tier 2 on the 16th, and tier 1 on the 17th.
So Wednesday. You said there's more information about the drips on the homepage. Here they are.
Oh, there it is.
Drips are these symbols. Oh.
You're going to want to look for those.
Yes, they'll include randomly chosen NFTs engraved with hidden symbols. These special NFTs will be called drips, which will hold some distinct powers and special resemblance in the future. Drips are a major part of the SkyDrip Secret Society storyline. Awesome. I'm excited about this.
I'm so glad. Me too. It's been a journey. I feel like this has been such a learning experience. And I just want to give a shout out for anyone out there who is making their first NFT project. Stay the course. You've got this. You can do it. Just stay true to that vision and just keep pressing on, because it is a lot more difficult than people think. And it is so rewarding.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so much that goes into it, right? Like you guys are a small but mighty team, but it's the rounds of product development, design, you know, like the creative. Then you have like the contract development, plus you have the website interface. You're like the storytelling of the website. Like, I think this is one of the best websites I've seen in terms of storytelling. You know, like I feel similarly about the Bored Ape Yacht Club website, where you go to that page and you feel a certain ethos, right? Like there's a certain tonality in the artwork itself, but you also have to have the user interface sort of guide the person to the right information to pick up all the pieces that you want them to know before like getting into the project. I feel like that was really successful in this. Like just like those little animations everywhere that I mentioned, like that helps me as like a user be excited, you know, that those details have been curated. I really love that.
I think it's important to build that trust by, you know, making sure that our website looks right, you know, making sure we have that good information out there, because people are looking at it from a fun perspective, but also an investment, and they want to see that foresight. They want to see that we're looking to the future, that we have a plan, and that we have it together, and that we're going to execute on it. So that's what we want to present here.
Yeah. So I imagine a question that you're probably going to get early on is, what happens after your access to the secret society ends? Right? So tier 1, I think, is a year. Tier 2 is 6 months. Tier 3 is 3 months. So if I'm buying in at tier 3, what happens after 3 months? Will there be an option for me to buy another NFT to continue my access, or volunteer, or do something else? Renew?
As of yet, that would be a question for Ayush. He's definitely heading up the SkyDrip Secret Society. But I assure you, whatever he has planned, it's going to be a fun option to continue. Yeah. I expect it may be another NFT. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, and I expect that things can change as well, you know, because I can only imagine that, okay, Ayush says that will be declared later. You'll have chances to regain the access, or you can buy NFTs from different collections to gain access, which is cool. It sounds like, you know, either you can buy back in, or you might be able to earn more time in the society. I also ask because I imagine that, you know, from the language about the secret society, there's going to be a give and take. There's a collaboration, and just like everything, just like the projects that I'm working on, this project, you know, the timelines get stretched because things don't always go as planned, you know, and things we're doing take time, and whatever it is that like the team plans to accomplish with the tier 3 holders in those three months, you know, they may decide that they need 6 months, you know, and they might make that change or need to address that with the community. I also, you know, have to say, like, it's exciting that the community is going to be very small. It makes it a lot easier to collaborate when your community is smaller.
I think that's a great point. You know, I hadn't thought of how small the community is, but I think that is going to be very important for building that storyline. And just sitting here thinking about it, I'm getting so excited, because not only are we collabing with all of these different artists to bring different NFT projects together to create value, you know, being able to include all of our NFT owners in our SkyDrip Society into helping us build that IP. I mean, that's such a dream. We're all sitting here with our VFriends looking at how can we build the VFriends empire. I mean, look at what you're doing already. You know, you're absolutely adding value to the community and to the NFTs through what you're doing. And so having projects that you can take ownership of, you know, in your community, I think is super important.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm a huge advocate right now of people getting educated about all the different pieces of this. You know, just like we were talking about earlier, it's like you're really great at the illustration, and you needed a partner like Ayush to like help you with the web design and the contract development. And whatever it is your thing is, I'm like a huge proponent of people just taking the leap a little bit, like not being so precious about your Genesis mint or anything like that, and just getting practice in, because we're so early, and I feel like it's easy to like get caught up in just and like maybe that is someone's thing, is like just supporting existing projects, and that's totally fine as well. But I really feel like practice in developing stories, developing utilities, developing communities, projects, and all of that is really going to serve all of us well over the next decade, and as this becomes more and more prevalent in culture.
Absolutely. And, you know, SkyDrip as a brand is going to learn those tips and tricks. Every collaboration that we do, we will continue to learn. I mean, we've learned so much already. And I feel like being able to empower people with those tips and tricks and with that knowledge and build that knowledge base, in everybody that we're working with, I feel like that's going to be incredibly valuable.
Ayush says they're going to keep the secret society, the SkyDrip Secret Society, the SSS, very exclusive. Everybody loves that. And that it's going to be more like RTFTK in the early days. Do you want to tell people what that means? Because I've only seen them on Instagram and like seen some of their sneakers and stuff. I don't know everything that they're up to. And maybe that's a question for Ayush, but for someone who doesn't know what RTFTK Studios is, can you give them a little insight?
I have also only seen them on Instagram. So if we could get a quick blurb from you, Ayush, that'd be great.
There's a lot of stuff to research and get educated on. It's totally fine that neither of us can actually add context to that. But maybe Ayush will add it in the comments. By the way, thanks to Ayush for being here. Number one, for leading this project, right? Like it's my understanding, he's really been like the engine of the train. Like, yes, he's really driving the passion or doing the organizing, clearly doing a lot of the footwork. Number two, thank you for being here in this stream, because I think it's like 5 a.m., maybe 6 a.m. where he is in the world. And so like, that's also massive dedication. Love to see it. And thirdly, like I also see him in all sorts of different forums across the internet and is constantly like a good vibe. So like, just a moment to like pay gratitude to Ayush, because I feel like how wonderful. Then this is just the beginning. Like I'm very excited to see that all the little messages of like, oh, we want to come on the show when we're ready, and oh, I can't tell you yet, and oh, please share the trailer. It's like coming to this. Like I don't know. I think this is really clever, and like I'm not sure I'm articulating it in a way that is like special or anything, but like the idea of sunglasses. I think about it in the sense of smart wearables, like the Apple Watch and stuff, that like it's really tricky to get that right, because it's like on your body, right? With the phone, at least I have a little bit of autonomy. Like it's always on my mind, but like I can set it aside. If I'm wearing it, like it has to have a different feel. And, there's a great variety in frames, in animations, and in vibe in the different pieces that you've created that I think allows people sort of freedom to choose something that they like. But additionally, it's like, I really hope this project is successful, but also in the scheme of the space right now, it might be looked back as like ahead of its time, considering that like you're looking at AR as the next step in NFTs. Like this might even be a little bit ahead of its time in terms of like what people will want from their NFTs in 5 years.
We're definitely thinking about it that way as well. And, pros and cons, you're like, do you do it before it's time? Or do you do it like when it is time? And I think we just want to get this ball rolling because we want to show people that this is the future and be those forerunners.
Yes. Ayush is telling us that RTFTK Studios also launched limited edition collectibles in the early days. So I was relating to that. That's very exciting. Now, here's the next question. Do you anticipate that the SkyDrip sunglasses will become a physical product?
I would say that depends on what our NFT owners want. If that's something that they want, I would love to do that. If they want more AR options rather than just a filter, we'd love to do that. And I think that a lot of what SkyDrip is going to do is we're going to pay attention to our community as we progress, and collaborate with them to see, what they're interested in seeing their NFTs do, because it's that brand ownership partnership sort of thing.
I really love that. Like just like riffing now, because I love pulling things apart and like throwing ideas out. If there was a way to license or get the technology behind the Snap goggles, the Snap sunglasses that like have the camera built in, and they have like integrations with Snapchat. If there was a way for you to get that sort of shit and actually give people glasses that had, so like, yeah, and you know, came with your specific NFTs filter built in, but you could also add more, or like other collections. Like, I don't know.
Ooh,
I think there's
yes.
something really cool there to, like, if you could, you know, you'd obviously have to custom make the sunglass frames to match the
Mhm.
artwork that you created, but then you like integrate that like next level tech. That would be cool.
Oh, I love that. I love
It
that.
would be
And it really
expensive,
does feel
but it
like
would be
the
cool.
secret thing, you know, if you're the only one who's able to see, you know, the secret hidden, you know, fashion of the NFT crypto world, and,
Yes,
you know, see
yes.
other people's, oh my gosh, I love that. I think
Look
we're
at
gonna have
Ayush.
to make that happen.
Look what
Oh,
I
he's
used.
going for it. All
I'm doing
right.
my research
We're
on
gonna
that.
give you credit for that one.
I'm
That's gonna
into
have to
that.
happen. I mean, that is
Great.
exactly our mindset. We want to be cutting edge. We want to go
Yeah,
forward and try those things, and that's fantastic. We'll have to do that.
great. I'll take a 10% royalty. Just kidding.
You can talk to Ayush about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
just hook you up with your own pair.
What Brian said is totally what I was getting at. Is your perception in life depends on the glasses you use to look through, and there's something very poetic and also like providing agency to the collectors in that I'm really interested in.
I love that. I feel the same way.
Yeah, fantastic. Where do we go from here?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I'm just so excited.
I can feel it. I can feel it from across the country. You know, yeah, this is a cool debut. I feel very lucky to be premiering the specifics on the collection and the price structure. So again, for those who are just tuning in, SkyDrip NFTs, which is more than just an NFT project, but an NFT platform that is partnering with artists and sort of giving illustrators, 3D artists, filmmakers, musicians, AR artists, the tools of the Web3 world, smart contract development and otherwise, and resources from within what is the SkyDrip Secret Society that they're creating, which is a whole narrative-based collaborative project happening in the background. This NFT platform is going to be working with artists to create collections. And their first collection is the SkyDrip sunglasses. They're illustrated by our very own Astrid, lab chick here. And we're happy to share with you that of the 72 limited edition NFTs, 60 of them will be listed for sale. And this is an exclusive. 9 of them will be tier 1. And here they are. They'll be on a Dutch auction from 0.4 to 0.25. And can I just say, like, this web design is clean. Like, I don't know if there's going to be a wallet connect here in a minute, and it's all going to happen on this website, which would be incredible. It literally looks as clean as Nameless. I don't know how you pulled this off in such a short amount of time. But there's 9 tier 1 glasses, and then there's 21 tier 2 glasses, going from 0.15 to 0.1, and then half of the collection is tier 3, and they're at a fixed price of 0.06. And you can see all this at skydripnfts.com. All of it's there. And if you go to the home page, actually, I think it's on the collections page, there's a breakdown of what the tiers actually do. So in addition to giving you limited access to the SkyDrip Secret Society, tier 1 holders, which is the most limited, get a customized graphic design portrait of themselves wearing their NFT, whichever one they've chosen, which looks something like this. But imagine instead of this brunette woman, it's you wearing your glasses with the SkyDrip logo and very clean aesthetic. And on top of that, you get an animated cartoon version of that photograph, as well as the MP4 and the high-res versions of your NFT. Tier 2 is the 6-month access to the society and the illustrated portrait without the animation. And tier 3 does not include the illustration, but gives you access to the secret society and the high-res files of your NFT. And I'm bullish on it. I'm excited. There are some
I think
secrets.
it's going to be incredible.
There are some secrets that haven't been revealed yet, but if you read the homepage carefully, you'll notice that there are these secret or subtle drips. Looks like maybe 6 icons that are called drips by their namesake, SkyDrip NFTs, and they might hold distinct powers and special resemblance in the future. So the jury's still out on what that really means, but it's very clear that there was a lot of thoughtfulness put into this project, and I'm just very excited to have you here. I'm happy to have Ayush in the chat, and hopefully maybe after launch, Kritika and Ayush will come on the show and share more of the journey.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much for having me on here.
You're so welcome. You're very, very welcome. It was my pleasure. Hopefully that little recap is like a nice clip for you guys. If you're here and you're watching this, whether you're live or otherwise, you should join the Discord community, get educated on it. None of this is financial advice. I haven't made a decision whether or not I'll be buying, mostly because my funds are very limited right now. But if I do, I will let you know. But I'm not telling you to go buy this. I'm just promoting what I think is a very talented and thoughtful artist in the community. And the best place to get educated on it is here on the website, and more so even in the Discord community. All of that is linked on the website. Yeah, I think that's, is there anything else? Oh, what's the Twitter handle? I think it's just SkyDrip NFTs. Is that correct?
I believe so. Let me check it here.
Let me see. It is SkyDrip NFTs on Twitter.
Yep.
It's also SkyDrip NFTs on Instagram. It's also SkyDrip NFTs on MySpace and everywhere else. That was just a joke. There was maybe something else I was gonna mention, but it couldn't have been that important. Really nice job.
We are excited.
Yeah. Oh, I should say that the project is slated to launch on the 15th, but with all things, it's sort of subject to change. Keep an eye out, join the Discord. Will there be any kind of like, maybe the project isn't high profile enough to be concerned about a gas war, but are you going to do any like pre-mint, or is there going to be any mint pass, whitelist, pre-selection process for people who are active in the Discord, or are you just sort of going to let people, because considering that they're one of ones, I guess that the possibility of gas war is a little more likely. If you don't know, that's okay, but just something to consider as you head to launch. Oh, and there's a giveaway going on in the Discord. Nice.
I haven't been super concerned about that. Although I know that Ayush is watching gas prices as well. You know, we'll definitely, as many other projects are doing, they're kind of watching that and making sure that they launch at an appropriate time. And those fees, I mean, they're just so up and down, it's hard to tell. But, you know, we'll do our best to try to provide that at the right time in a timely manner as well to our society. But I think I would, I think Ayush is on that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That detail, yeah.
I'll just do this.
But we're definitely keeping our community in mind, and we'll make sure that they're taken care of and that we give them the right options.
Totally. I remembered what I was going to ask. And this is a good last question, is we all come from the Gary Vee community. We met through Vee Friends. We know Gary has a certain sermon that he preaches over and over again. How much of this creation process, the trials and tribulations, the mistakes, the collaborative, the late night phone calls, all of that, how much have you documented, and how much do you plan to share with the community?
Honestly, it is a huge goal of mine to share this process. You know, once we launch, I'm going to have even more to talk about. But as an upcoming artist, I mean, this is my first NFT project. This is one
Mm-hmm.
of my biggest graphic design projects. This is my first animation project, really. I just taught myself animation a couple months ago when the Discord
Amazing.
started for VFriends. Like, um, I have a lot that I would like to share with upcoming artists and just the community in general to inspire and educate them, and also for those who are struggling, to let them know that they're not alone and it's worth pushing through because it is incredibly difficult. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Awesome. Love it. Just checking with the comments.
Aw,
Yeah, we
looking
get
into
it.
it.
You guys do what you need to do. I'm just asking the questions that I anticipate that you guys will get, in the coming days, if you haven't
We
already.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Cool. This is really it's nice to see you, Astrid. It's nice to meet you and chat with you.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm always so bad at wrapping these up. I can feel we've sort of covered the bases, but it's sort of like you become quick friends with people and you're like, oh, there must be something else. But I don't have any fanfare to I don't know, ring a bell or something and be like, okay, that's the show.
Right, so I'm getting more cowbell. Right. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm just
yeah.
excited for the announcement tomorrow. I mean, we're all V fam. We're all on the edge of our seats for all of that. I guess a last question for you. What do you think the announcement is going to be? Do you know?
Yeah, I've kept this secret from everybody, but Gary actually calls me every night and he asks me what to do with VFriends.
Right.
I do hope that a day comes that I get a phone call from Gary, but today is not that day. Maybe tomorrow. What do I think? I think it could be anything. It's definitely IP related. It's definitely going to be like a long-term window. It's going to be a window into what the long term of this really is for Gary. He said, the thing is, like, Gary is a hype monster. Like, we know he is like really good at like driving attention and like building the anticipation and then dropping the bomb. But he has done it for this announcement like to a whole nother degree. Like, he said that it's going to be like mania. He said it's going to put the project in another level. He said just yesterday, or just today, I can't find it right now, but he said something like you'll really start to see VFriends through this. So I don't think it's going to be announcing guest speakers because that would be VCon related, and VCon is very short term. It has very little to do with the IP. Brian, IP stands for intellectual property, like The Simpsons or Harry Potter or Disney. I think it will be something like a production deal, like Netflix partnering with Pixar to do 5 years of VFriends animated series or something. Like some like longer term commitment of storytelling, either animated, cartoon, comics. I think it's going to be the start of. I think it's going to be the start of the IP, but what it really is, I feel like it's anybody's guess. Like, it could be Pepsi coming out and saying that they're adopting the prudent polar bear to be their new mascot. Like, I really don't know. It's fun to guess, but like, I just have no idea.
I agree with you, though. I think it's going to be in that genre. I think it's going to be that long-term value. I don't think it's going to be VCon related. I think it might be VCR group related because I know he's been working really hard on that. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway, because I'm really excited for that project.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree. It's going to be that big value, that long-term value that we're going to start seeing. It's got to be some sort of deal, right?
Yeah, I can't wait. And for those people who are here, the announcement has been confirmed for 9:40 tomorrow morning. It will be televised. We don't know where. but it'll be 9:40. So I imagine right afterward, or maybe even during, I'll go live so that people can watch. We can react live. Then there will probably be a blog post that goes along with it. I'll read it, break it down, and then record a podcast. And then we're going to do a Twitter Spaces. We're just running the whole thing. So like tomorrow morning is going to be a lot of VeeFriends stuff. Wow. A Disney collaboration would be insane.
Ugh.
Insane.
Wow. That would be amazing. Well, how do you collab with Disney if you're going to be the next Disney?
Yeah. But Disney would underestimate them. They'd be like, oh yeah, we can partner with VeeFriends. Sure.
Right.
Can you imagine if in like 20, 30 years, Disney World is Vayner World?
Oh, it's going to be. It is. It totally is going to be. I believe it.
Brian says it's on CNN. I hadn't read that yet.
Okay.
Looks like it's 9:40 on CNN. Thank you for that, Brian. Yeah, we will see. Ayush, you're going to make it one way or another. Certainly for VCon, I'm sure we'll be able to find you someone who has an extra ticket.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my best guess. But thanks for asking. Are we done?
I think that's a good note to leave on. Just that hopeful expectation of Vayner World.
Vayner World.
Oh,
it's
my
coming
God.
sooner than you think, but not so soon.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks, Astrid. We'll see. Like, please come back when you guys are launched. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm sure we'll want. You know, it's a little bit of a weird time because it's later than we usually stream on a day we don't usually stream. And tonight, I know that Twitter Spaces was wild. I saw like just before I came on, there were like 8 or 9 Twitter Spaces with hundreds of people in each of them. So I know the community is a little spread thin tonight. And I think if you guys are able to launch Wednesday, then that would be amazing. We do the Wednesday super stream. There's usually 20 or 30 people here. Like, you know, if even half of them bought an NFT, you'd meet your first goal. Like, so if you want to just like, whether it's you or Ayush or Kritika or Shirley, whoever, if you want to just like cameo and be like, hey, NFTs are live, that'd be great. Otherwise, we can do it the following week if you guys haven't sold out. And yeah, you know, just please let me know how I can support however I can.
We really appreciate that. I'm sure one of us will be able to show up for that. And I definitely love to come back and talk more about what it takes to get an NFT project started. I mean, you were talking about that earlier, and I felt really inspired to share that kind of story at some point.
I would love that. You seriously name the time, because I've postponed my NFT project for like, I don't know, almost 3 months. My dog is not happy about it either.
I have another NFT project that I started. It was kind of my personal one, and I've postponed that as well. It's just so much to juggle, you know, especially if you're trying to create one on your own. I feel like, you know, the brand definitely has helped. But yeah, I would love to come on and discuss that with you and discuss your story and you know, how you're creating yours. You know, I don't know if you can share any details on yours yet, but you know, I'd love to discuss that process. I think a lot of people are in that right now because there's so many people that are inspired.
I'm trying to mute my mic and like save you. I know I could totally talk about it. Like, there's a lot going on right now. I could totally talk about it. Rocky, what's the matter? There's nobody there, Bo. Come on, Rocky, come. I've actually trained him very well, but when he is like, he's a beagle. So if he smells a certain thing, the vet actually told us this, that like, if he gets a strong enough scent, he actually will lose part of his hearing. Like he has like, you know, like you have selective hearing. He basically has selective hearing that is triggered by strong smells because he's a scent hound. Yeah.
Okay.
He was only part beagle,
Super
but that's my excuse, at least, for when he doesn't listen. The dog said it's actually 4 months that you postponed. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I wanted to release it in, I guess July. I think I was thinking July. And there are many factors. The artwork is done, but I really wanted to get a custom contract, and the developer I was working with disappeared, ghosted me, and then basically just it wasn't the top priority. Like I was just like trying to keep up with VFriends and life. I was working and yada yada yada. So I did actually find a new developer, and we're hoping to get a contract done in the next couple of weeks, but you know, these things take time. And
they do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I would really love to have that conversation in like a focused, like, you know, what are the different pillars of an NFT project generally? Like, what are some of the hurdles that you faced? Some things that you expected, didn't expect, some things that were harder than you anticipated, maybe easier than you anticipated. Like, I think all that stuff, especially in its own sort of focused format, would be really helpful. We could even like poll questions ahead of time. I'm sure people will be very interested. Maybe if we wanted to go another step, we could like bring in a couple other voices of people who have launched projects and have it be like a 3 or 4 person conversation. That could be fun.
I think that would be incredibly valuable for the community.
Me too. I'm really into that. Ayush says, I can get you a developer. Let's fucking go. All right. This has been fantastic. Thank you so much, Astrid. Please check out SkyDripNFTs.com and join the Discord. And thank you again, Astrid, for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, did we lose Astrid? Oh no, I think she froze. Lab chick, come back to us. I hate to close out the stream when she's frozen, but she might be frozen. It looks like she's frozen on Twitch too. Okay, well, hopefully you all can still hear me. Thank you everybody for listening. Yeah, Ayush's emojis tell me that it's just lab chick. It's okay, I'll message her. Bravo to the team. Thank you everybody for listening. My name is Jeremy. Thank you for supporting this Wannabe VFriend project. Tuning in, please share the word, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. You're welcome, Brian.